There it is, and you
What?
already know.
Well, let's get.
Yeah, man. So, what up, guys? How y'all doing today? This is your favorite motherfucking podcast right here. This is Toxic and Fertile Podcast right here with the crew. It's your boy right here, Scooter Blue Maxwell for the 901 Memphis, Tennessee. You already know what it is now. Orange Mountain representing Eastman vetting this bitch. Yes, sir.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. Simple Math. We back again, once again. Favorite motherfucking podcast, Toxic and Fertile. Let's get it.
Hey, y'all. It is your fertile member, the one and only Sasha Bugs from the Boogie Down Bronx. Good to see you guys. Can't wait to get this thing popping. Let's go.
That's what I'll talk about. Today's podcast is brought to you by Malt Liquor. If you want to make some terrible decisions and let it be nasty, go get you some malt liquor. We don't care which one it is. Just grab one. It don't matter. We taking it back to the 90s in this motherfucker, all right? That's how a lot of us was made. 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Billy D. Williams.
I love the sponsors. Sponsors are great.
These are great songs. We just practicing, you know. But when we finally get some,
we're manifesting this shit. That's right.
Goddamn right.
Shit out of these sponsors.
Goddamn right, man. Hey, man. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this shit, man. London wants to smoke already, so
always.
Oh man, but this topic is kind of true. I like it. Women get drunk and call the best toxic penis on their roster. Men get drunk and fuck anyone available at that time. And that is so true. That is so true.
But it's I keep it real, bro. I keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little motto and stuff. Like when I was in undergrad days, Jesus Christ. It was called "Go Ugly Early," meaning when you go to a party. You want to lock one in for super late. Go ahead and talk to the ugly chick now, early in the party and stuff. Go on, lock that in and stuff, just in case you fail for the rest of the night everywhere else. You got the ugly chick at the end of the night. Go ugly early.
So look, bro, I'm gonna tell you. Hilarious. So I've never heard that before, but I've experienced it on many.
Yes, you never had a term for it.
I never had a term for Go Ugly Early. Yo, that might be the immediate name of the show.
Look, I'm writing it down now. Gotta go ugly early. Look at Sasha's face. Like, what?
He is not even bullshit. Because look, crazy part of it is, it ain't even necessarily gotta be just ugly, but at the same time, the concept matters because when you go to the party, what I used to do is I used to like going to the party early. Reason being is because women who get there on time typically ain't shutting that junk down. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
That's why they there on time. So me, I used to go early just to secure one of those. You know what I'm saying? Because she gonna be the one that's like already left. You know what I mean? When I'm shutting that junk down, or it's getting later, she didn't already say, yeah, I'm gonna get food, or I had to go home, whatever the case may be. Well, can I pull up? Or you just got that one at least for talking to her later. Then you got that middle pack. The ones that come in there after the early ones, and then you get you one from that pack, and you pretty much spend your little middle ground with her. You know, that's your dance partner early on, because you notice DJs have an early set and a late set. So, you know what I'm saying? The early set gonna always be vibes, and they can't waste all their good shit on the early set. It's gonna be the stuff that just run of the mill, good, you know, middle of the ground. So I used to always give me an early set chick. That's what I used to call it, literally an early set chick. Mm-hmm. So an early set chick, that's your dance partner, that's somebody. And the girls coming in after that, they not really mad that they see you with somebody else already. It's the early set. Motherfuckers is in there just grooving. It ain't even no jealousy at this point yet. You ain't even gotta have no drinks or none of that really in the early set. Now the late set, you know what I mean?
It's when you get the baddies to come in.
That's when you get the bad. The ones want to make their interest. You know what I mean? Who want to make
and now you pulling up from half court. You got some little liquor in you. Your confidence is a little bit higher and shit like that. Like fuck that. I know this one is. I know this one is out my league, but I'm gonna shoot any goddamn way.
This is where you save your little coins, especially college days. This is where you might buy a drink. You know what I mean? This is where you go ahead and shoot. You know, you shooting there. You know what I mean? And you okay with, you know, you got two in the bank. You know what I mean? You got at least one or two in the bank. You like, shit, but I'm shooting for the one I really, really want. You know what I'm saying? The little baddie. But plenty niggas gonna be at, you know what I'm saying? Shooting they shot, doing whatever. She might even have a nigga. You don't care. You gonna shoot. So like, so I used to have that. get there on time. You know she gonna be out your hair by the time Baddie get there. You know what I'm saying? So like it used to be just a easy transition, bro.
Yeah.
Then you got your middle of the early set chick where you get your groove on, whatever the case may be, and then you got it's time to go to work the last hour of the motherfucking night.
Yeah. And then if you strike out for the rest of the night, you still got old ugly chick for later on. Hey, you up? What you doing? You want to go to Waffle House right fast? Cool. Boom. After that, you already got it set. Now, you don't want a victory. It's not the best victory, but you got a victory, okay?
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
So to that point, I'm going to let you talk next, Sasha, but to that point, that's where the topic came from. Niggas live on the win is a win. Like, niggas live off that shit. Like, niggas live off the win is a win because if we get our dick wet and we ain't got to jack ourselves off or go to a basic, like, you know what I'm saying? So, somebody we done fucked already with, we really didn't want to spin the block on. We spin the block out of convenience and empty clips. We spin the block out of convenience and empty clips.
Nobody else answering?
And nobody else answering? This is my go-to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, I wish I could relate. Yeah, so like the funny thing is, like, literally, was it Friday night? I didn't have my son. It was me and my homegirl. We went out and I was like really mad. I was like, yo, the night is young and I don't have no prospect dick that I can call right now and be like, yo, what's good? She's like, what has the world come to? Like, what is going on? And I'm like, yo, this is a sad day. So I made one phone call to the only person that I was just like, I know if I hit up this person, I know that shit gonna be good. But
toxic. Hold on. Are they toxic?
It's definitely it's toxic because he has a girlfriend that I know of.
That's what I'm talking about. Fuck that shit.
But do we understand? I'm not even finna cut you off, but that's the topic. Like, women, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They drunk.
Yeah. And the thing is, I wasn't even drunk. I was sober as shit. Like, I was very sober. So this was like a conscious decision, the conscious like conversation and call I was about to make. But he was busy and I was just like, all right, cool. I was like, yo, I'm going home. This shit is crazy. Like, I cannot believe like I'm in this position right now. Like, I feel like I'm slipping. Like, this is not okay. Usually I have a fucking Rolodex of who I can call and be like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah. But you know what that is? I think it has, for me at least, were there people I could call and immediately know, like, this will be on? Yeah, but my peace is so much more important.
Again, you weren't drunk, though.
You're right. I wasn't drunk.
You're right. And that's kind of like, so just think, like, I'm posing the question.
But now, even still, I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I am a very sound decision maker when I'm under the, I'm a very functional drunk person. Like, I have all my faculties about me. I've never made a decision that I've regretted when drunk. So
me neither. I don't think so.
Oh,
maybe a couple.
Maybe
a couple.
Yeah, no, I've never made a questionable decision. I've never said anything I didn't mean to say. Like, I am one of those drunken mind speaks of sober tongues. Like, I'm one of those truth tellers, and I probably meant to tell the damn truth too. So I can't really relate to the whole I made this maybe not so wise decision because I was drunk. But I think it's just like my peace. My peace is so important to me these days that I don't care how good the dick is because I know people that has phenomenal dick, but just because he's not like even on my level, like I'm not even giving pussy to niggas that's not on my level no more. And now I understand that Cardi B song when she's like, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Like, that shit get me amped. And I can relate to that.
She said it gets me amped.
Yes, it gives me wings. I think, dudes will just, like I always say, think they dick in anything. And that's okay.
A win is a win.
Hey, we accidentally stumbled on the topic. It's something Sasha said. She didn't have her son. Wasting a woman's kid-free weekend.
Oh, story time. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
She just ate a mushroom Mario style. Let's go.
Okay. So I actually had to cut a dude off just last week because he wasted my kid-free day. And I went off on him. Like the next day, I had blocked him, but what I didn't realize is if you have an iPhone and you have your whole Apple stuff connected to your MacBook, you could block them on your phone, but then the message will still come through on your MacBook. I didn't realize that.
Facts. Oh, right. I got in trouble. Bookmark. Woo.
Okay. So long story short, this dude an hour and a half late to our setup, to our date night. And mind you, I set up the perfect date night. Someone said it's a broke nigga date that I asked this dude on because I was like, yo, let's just go for dessert. I was like, yo, I'm simple. Like, it's our first time hanging out. Let's just go grab some dessert and kick back and talk someplace. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, that's a cool first date to me. So homeboy shows up an hour and a half late. By the time he shows up, I'm gone. He calls. I'm outside. Oh, that's nice, but I'm gone. What you mean you gone? I was like, I'm gone. You disrespected my time. I went off. I literally went off. And he was like, you are absolutely correct. He's like, you are absolutely correct. He's like, I hope I get a second chance. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you humbled yourself. But like, I'm not the person you want to talk to right now. Best.
Yeah, hour and a half. Ooh,
an hour and a half, dog. Yeah, our date was set for 6 o'clock. And then I was like, what happened? First of all, are you okay? Second of all, what happened?
No communication?
Red flag. More red than the damn lipstick I'm wearing right now. And I was just like, dog, what happened? He's like, yo, my mom hit me up last minute, needed me to do a solid for her. I was like, then why didn't you just say that? I'm never going to be mad at a man for being like, yo, sorry, something came up with my mom real quick. I got to go take care of this. Give me the option to be like, yeah, take care of that. Or like, actually, can we just reschedule? I would not be mad at that. But the fact that you couldn't even communicate that shit, I was like, I was like, yo,
I ain't gonna care with. I wouldn't have believed it.
I blocked him. So this goes back to why I ended up blocking this nigga. So I was just like, oh, your mom. Okay. Well, I was like, if that isn't true, if that's actually the story, you could have just communicated that with me. And the fact that you can't, like,
after the fact, that's why I wouldn't have believed. Because if it was mom, it would have been easy to like that make me think it was something else. Yeah. So like personally, that's
okay. Yeah. You got me. I clearly this is evidence to the type of woman that you are used to dealing with. But yes, so we wasted my day. It wasn't a kid-free weekend. It was a kid-free day, to get to the point. And I was really mad about that because I wanted to go out. So I scooped up my best friend. I was like, what you doing? She's like, nothing. She ain't got the kids either. I was like, bet, put some clothes on. We're gonna go get some dessert. Because I wanted the damn dessert. So we went.
Hold on. So you went back to the place?
I went to the place. It's not like I never went there. So he was picking me up from my place and we were going there together. Mm-hmm. So when I saw that. When I saw that, because I had already given him my address.
Yeah, I thought you
was I had already given him my address. So at 7 o'clock, an hour later, I left. And 7:30, he calls me like, I'm outside. Nigga, what? Bye. I'm going out with my girlfriend and we are going to go have this dessert and we're going to have a good time and talk about how niggas ain't shit. But yeah, that is the worst.
Hey, he made a bad name because I ain't gonna lie though. But I got plenty of stories because I'm very punctual when it comes to dates. But like when you know what I'm saying, when you go in, especially when you fuck with these dating apps, we ain't never even got into that damn shit. But yeah, so like stuff like that, you don't be picking nobody up, right? You're meeting there, right? Yeah. So like that late shit it irked the fuck out of me. But my story is a little different because I be the one getting my kid free weekend abused, right? So I have my son a week at a time, right? So like I just dropped it on JR. So this is my kid free weekend coming up, right? Hey, plans made. If you sew up my day and you say we linking, because you know what I'm saying. So for me, being an entrepreneur right now, you know what I mean. My weeks are good. My weekdays are good. So my weekends, I understand though, most people are living for the weekend. So a lot of women have to try to tie up time during the weekend. Oh, yep, Monday through Friday, I'm busy, yada, 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 Friday night or Saturday. And most people fall on Saturdays. So when you're in a single life, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? My weekdays and Saturdays get booked fairly quickly. You know what I mean? Because hey, if I'm not dating one person, I'm dating most, you know what I'm saying? I'm dating, whatever the case may be. Saturday is the hottest day of the week, baby. You got to come on with it. First and foremost, you already know my kid's schedule. You already know, like, all right, this weekend was it a go? Next weekend, you need to make these plans right away. Fast forward. I done had this happen several times. Yo, weekend of the such and such date. That's my kid-free weekend. You trying to do something then? Yada, yada, yada. Yes, book it. Let's do a date. I plan the date. I do everything. All right, boom. Are you good with this at this time? This type of dress. You know what I'm saying? This type of attire. Yes, good. Throughout the week. You know what I mean? Reiterating. Shit, looking forward to seeing you. Say shit, I'm hyped. You know what I'm talking about? It's been a minute. I know I be having my little off week. I be having, you know what I'm talking about? Disappear, whatever the case may be. Yada, 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 yada. I'm ready to get back in there, try to see you, whatever, prove it out. Yeah. I'm ready. Looking forward to it. Yada, yada, yada. Day of. So I'm huge on day of. So it's usually the niggas, right? You know, women, how women be, it's all on the memes, on the posts. Nigga don't hit you up, and then y'all got a scheduled date. You know what I'm saying? You think things are canceled, right? You're gonna take it as some count. Motherfucker, or if he asks you what you're doing later, y'all got a date schedule. Like that's
What you mean? I was supposed to be hanging out with you. What you mean what I'm doing later? Did that change? Did I miss the promo?
Exactly. So this shit happened to me. You feel me? So I'm on some good morning. You know what I'm talking about? Like I wasn't just doing the good mornings every day, and I'm like, this the day of the day. Like shit, I know you. I got your time today. Or at least I thought I did. Good morning. You know what I'm talking about? Like, damn. You know what I'm talking about? 3 hours before date time. See, we good? You all right? Everything all right? We still on, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm setting up everything that, you know what I'm saying, for us later. Crickets.
Oh.
Bro, when I say I was heated, bro. Because, hold on. So my biggest problem ain't even with her for the most part. It is directly with her, but indirectly it's because, baby, your seat could have been filled. Like, you all the way up into the day of, you've been, yeah, we good. Like, if you would have gave me even day notice, your seat would have been I'm talking about whole person
But
change.
London, that's the thing that got me with my situation, because homeboy was the one calling it, like texting me all day, following up and giving me the rundown. So I was like, hey, we good. Like, he hit me with the good morning. By the time like noon came, he's like, are we still good for today? I was like, yeah, 6 o'clock. He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm actually looking forward to this. I'm excited. Like, I'm showing my enthusiasm. But then he did hit me up at like 5, at like 4, at like 5 something, telling me he's on his way. Brad, this man lived like 20 minutes away from me. How do we go from I'm on my way at 5 o'clock, 20 minutes away from me, to 2.5 hours later on some I'm outside? What? Yeah. So I'm dressed in everything.
Oh, bet. Because the kicker to mine was the next 2 days. So that's why I was telling you, like, I wouldn't have believed that mama story. Shawty hit me up the next day or the next night. So this was supposed to be a Saturday date.
Hold on. So Sunday, she didn't talk to you from the time you was that whole day of the date, then the next whole day until the night?
I'm reaching out. I ain't reaching out because at first you kind of like, I hope everything's all right. That was my last text. You know what I'm talking about? Because of course shit happens. So I'm just like, man, I'm hoping everything all right, because that was just kind of unlike, you know what I'm saying? Unlike you to just go silent. Right. Bro, Sunday, shit, it might have been Sunday right before the pod. I'm surprised y'all don't know this story already. But it might have been a Sunday right before the pod. But like, she hit me up on some, this was her live, bro. Ain't no way I believe it. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I know we was supposed to go out and stuff like that. You ain't gonna believe. First and foremost, that's just like what happened was. You ain't gonna believe it's identical to what happened. So she said, you ain't gonna believe I lost my phone in the Uber. Oh, lost your phone in the Uber, huh?
Where were you going?
Hold on. I couldn't get a new one till today. Sunday evening, 6-7 o'clock p.m. New phone, you find hey. Okay, yeah, all right, bet. I'm sitting there like, bro, I don't believe none of that. Shout it. If you had a dude or if you had a different date that was better, whatever the case may be, fine. All you gotta do is be like, I can't make it, yada, whatever, something came up. Right. Whatever the case may be, shit, my kid's sick. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, when I say my kid free, my Saturday of all days, you feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty heated.
I would be mad.
I would
be pissed off too.
The Saturday, bro. I'm talking about, like, don't get me wrong, I still kind of, you know, finesse, but you know what I'm saying? At some point you kind of like tied up, like you done curved a couple because you're like, I got plans.
Yeah.
So they done made plans, you know, or
If I leave all my hoes to be with you, you owe me some hoes.
Exactly.
Yo!
Exactly. You owe me some hoes now. You owe me some
You
hoes.
owe me some hoes.
Look, he was all apologetic. I would love to like make it up to you. It's on me. But I understand if you don't want to talk to me. No response.
Nah, fuck that. See, look, toxic nigga me.
I should have tricked. I should have got her. I should have been like, yeah, Ruth Chris will do. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even did that. I wouldn't even did that. I would toxic nigga me would have been like, I bet with shit. Now you owe me. You got to come to the crib now. Blah blah blah. Smash it, then never talk to her again.
Yeah. So wait, y'all. The text message that my MacBook revealed to me, because I had at this point I had like blocked it, and I looked at my computer yesterday. So our date was supposed to be Wednesday. I looked at my phone yesterday. Apparently he had texted me Thursday evening for the first time. Like, Brad, you should have came a little bit more humbled. I should have gotten a good morning. I hope everything is like nothing. So you want to text me for the first time at 5:30? Okay. So it says, good evening, Miss Tasha. I truly apologize for the poor communication. I should have been way more understanding of your situation. I hope you accept my apology. Nigga, bye.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
you fucked up, dog.
I would have still said nigga bye, but it might have been genuine. We don't know.
Yeah.
But the day of was bullshit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely agree with your decision.
But let me tell you something. And this is a conversation for everybody. Sometimes even if you're really looking forward to something, the silver lining is I look at shit like that as God protecting me from some shit that I had no business being involved in the first place. Yeah. Like that is legit.
It's a good weed out. It's a good weed out.
It's a good weed out. I'm just like, all right, I thought
that's me.
Because it's already letting you know what it's gonna be. No poor communication already from the beginning. Imagine if you would have went through with it the next.
Because I got a quick story, and it ain't even a long story. Like a girl that showed up an hour late. I'm at the spot, and so the only reason I stayed at the spot for that hour waiting, because I mean she did communicate at least. So like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm running behind. But she made it seem like it wasn't gonna be that long, and then it ended up being about an hour. I wanted to eat at the fucking spot. That was the only reason. Like.
You know what? Yeah, know what? I'm thinking about it. There's something like that happened to me too years ago, man.
Yeah, this was a while back too, but like, man, I'm talking about hour late. I was like, I can't believe I waited on. Shawty was bad, but at the same time, so like, pretty privilege. I guess that's a segue topic. Pretty privilege got her waited on. No cap. She was bad, and I ain't gonna lie, slutted her the fuck out. And toxic. Yeah, I was real toxic with her though. Slutted her out for about 6 months. And I knew I wasn't gonna do nothing but slut her out at that point. I was like, ugh.
Okay, I have a question. What do you mean by like you slutted her out? Like meaning like you I understand what the term means. I do, but like
okay, so what's your definition? And then I'll tell you what I mean most niggas mean when they say slutted her out.
Like when I think about being slutted out, I think about like very raunchy, borderline disrespectful sex.
Correct.
And like,
but she didn't ask for it. And I'm saying it was consensual, but she didn't ask for it, if that makes sense. So I want to clear that up. You know what I mean? Like,
she thought she was gonna get the regular type sex.
Yeah,
but now I'm coming with some disrespectful type shit.
It was always disrespectful. Like it was always like
nothing sensual.
What was it about her that made you wanted to like give her like to like slut her out? Like was it the way she presented? Was it?
Oh, no cap. Her being late that day, like being an hour late. No cap. That's all it's.
So for 6 months, you slutted her out because she was late.
I mean, don't get me wrong. So we both, and it was toxic and petty. No cap. That's really all it was. So we wasn't like each other's only. So we was very honest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So she had a nigga she was messing with, like a nigga that was off and on, toxic nigga supposedly, and then I was the nigga that was just coming in and blessing her when I could. So it was probably like 6 months, but we probably fucked maybe 10 times. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, but every time, like, so if it was 10 times, 8 out of 10 was slutted the fuck out. Like,
and maybe that just kind of worked because that was y'all dynamic. Like everybody don't deserve your sex.
Oh yeah, because she was for sure. Yeah, she was for sure.
I'm sure she had a good time.
But the first 3 times, she was just like, "Oh, this what you want." And I was like, "So problem?" You know what I'm saying? I'm talking. I'm like, just like honestly, nigga, like women like the disrespectful shit, long as it ain't no disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, so she was with it, but she just wasn't expecting it. You feel me? So like, you know what I mean? So like, she was just like, so honestly, I really think that's why she kept coming. Because that dude definitely wasn't on the disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying? He loved her. So like, you know what I mean? He was more, you know what I'm saying?
Guys, don't do that. Guys, don't do that.
Let me
Let's
stop right
say
here.
for the ghost.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
stop
Go
right
ahead.
there.
Take the scooter.
Yes. Let me stop right there. Now,
Teach him.
I dated somebody.
I'm just telling you what about.
No, I'm not talking about you. We're talking about the audience. Teach the audience.
My bad.
No. I was gonna say, man, like, no. You got to slut your girl out sometimes. Now, come on now,
slut your girl
but
out.
you can't slut her out every single time.
No, not every single time. Yeah,
And
not
that's
every single time.
So
Of course not.
Yeah,
but there's definitely points you got to come in and just be like, you know what, today I'm King Dingaling. And that's what I'm bringing.
I agree with you.
Ain't all this kissing shit going on, nothing sensual. I'm coming in to fuck tonight. I am fucking you tonight. I ain't making love.
Let me tell you. I think more men really need to do that shit. I feel I don't care how long you've been with her, especially if you've been with her really, really long. All right, fellas, this is what you gonna do. One day you come home, your girl, she's there, she washing the dishes. All right, the kids asleep or they with their granny, they somewhere. And you come in, just bend her over, pull it down, spit on that shit, and put it right in. That's it.
Right in. Yep.
Just go for it.
I used to love them days. I ain't even gonna cap. I used to love them days. They live in, man. When I had to live in, like no cap, like
I ain't never had live in.
Well, my situation was different because I was coming home with my son. So what I would do is I would put this nigga in the tub, and this is when he started playing in the tub for an extended period of time. Quickie session. Don't play with me. You hear me? Like.
Let's talk about it. Ways to keep things exciting and spicy in the relationship, because a lot of people have lost imagination. And I think
and I'm gonna tell you the term that I put to it after you go. Yep.
Cool. So I think especially when it becomes like long-term relationships, people forget the spontaneity. Now we scheduling sex appointments and we know it's on a Tuesday and a Thursday of every week at approximately 7 o'clock when the kids have gone down. Like no one wants to do that shit. So like things like that, you roll up, she's there, the kids ain't around or whatever, get to it. Also, people are working from home often. If one partner is not working from home and the other partner is, and you can get home for lunch, go home for a lunch break. Yeah. Go home for a real lunch break. Yeah. All you need, you don't even need a full hour. Just do what you got to do. I think those are really cool ways to keep things very exciting, very fun. Have sex in a place that you never had sex before.
I'm glad you said that. I was about to say that.
Do a sexcapade. Do some shit that you could potentially get caught. Go park in a public someplace and fuck in the car somewhere. Like, don't lack imagination.
Have y'all ever been caught in public? Have y'all ever been caught in public before?
I've never been caught in public.
I have, and I was thankful it wasn't a police officer. Yes,
so mine was a police officer. Let me tell you how this shit was.
I was almost caught by a police officer. Well, I got approached, but we were already done.
Let me tell you.
Didn't get caught.
So I was on a sexcapade with somebody. Me and her, been doing our thing or whatever. It was like Sasha was saying, let's do something exciting and shit. I'll meet you. Cause we stayed in like 2 different cities or whatever. So I was like, I'll meet you in a different city and shit. And we'll do it at the park, like driving distance, not like far. It was like an hour and a half away from each other. It was like, all right, we're gonna meet in the middle. Yeah, we're gonna meet in the middle, 45 minutes from me, 45 minutes from you at this little city. And then it was like, I bet it was late. So we didn't know that's what this was. I swear to God, did not know what this was. We went to some building and shit in the parking lot.
I went to a daycare.
Went to the back.
They probably went to some federal government building.
Nigga, we ended up at some cancer research place. Didn't even fucking know it, right?
Don't give a fuck at that point.
In the back of her truck, laying it the fuck down. And next thing you know, I see the blue lights like, oh, ass naked in the back, like, oh my God. All that. I said, where the fuck are we? Motherfucking police came, knocked on the window. I'm putting on my shit. She stepped out the car. Because she got like a real nice voice. So it was like, hi, officer. I hear her. I'm like, oh, chill, shit. I was like, luckily the officer was cool. He was like, can I see your IDs and shit? It was like, fuck. Gave him the IDs and shit. He was like, he saw that we stayed at 2 different cities and shit, right? But the city we was in the middle. So he was like, hey, I don't know what y'all were doing, but this is a cancer research facility here. And there's cameras everywhere. And it went off. It went off. That's why we're here. Go get a hotel room, y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give y'all no ticket or whatever, but come on, like, I understand y'all wanted to get it off and stuff like that. He was cool white guy too. I understand y'all want to do what y'all want. Got lucky. Hell yeah. You do what y'all do.
That citation too. They make money off of them out of towners.
Go get a hotel. Go get a goddamn hotel. So at first, so now I'm like, fuck, all right, we got off. But now I'm like, damn, man, she gonna be down with it. Cause I still was like, nigga, I ain't get it off.
That was kind of exciting.
Yeah.
That was kind of exciting.
It was kind of exciting. But she was still excited. So it was like, bet it's a hotel. It's a little Motel 6 up the street. A little hotel. And we both had to go to work in the morning. It was during the middle of the week too.
Oh, wait, I have a question. So I experienced something recently that I don't usually do, and I was outside of my element. So I am not a big fan of PDA, so public display of affection.
Me neither.
For those of
I'm
you
not
who
either.
don't know what PDA is.
I'm not.
I mean, I'll hold hands and like hug and stuff, but like,
so you don't like being kissed and groped and what? I'm smacking your ass in public.
I don't like it at all.
Finger in your mouth.
No, I'm not.
No, definitely not that
I'm
shit.
not into that shit, though.
So I'm gonna need to get to the reason why after this.
Yeah, so in the past week, I reconnected with the woman that I met, and it was the first chick that made me realize that I had like an audio kink for real. So reconnected with her. She wanted to take me out for drinks or whatever. We went out for drinks. We went smoking. It was a great evening. And afterwards, we had a lot of liquor. We had a lot of tequila. And like she kissed me in the middle of the street in Manhattan, and I didn't stop her. But then like we were like kissing for real. And now there's people walking by like egging us on, like, oh, Sean, you better get it.
That shit lit.
Yes. I was like,
because I was gonna say,
am I actually doing this?
Yeah. So
like it was, but it also didn't feel weird. But it also was like it was so much fun because there was like this guy playing music randomly in the city, and we here dancing in the middle of the city to some reggae, like nobody watching, like the two of us dancing in the middle of the damn street. It was a good time, but I think that's also a way of keeping things spicy and doing shit that you're probably usually uncomfortable with doing because that shit was lit.
Okay. So I was just gonna say, so like for me, it's PDA is one of those things actually. So like for me, like I think, at least in my experiences, the women that I've dated, that's been so like, so I'm not romantic by any means. Like I literally have to try to be romantic. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't do the
That's surprising.
You man, like yeah, like I'm not.
I don't know why I assumed you'd be a romance type, but okay.
Not at all. Okay. So like, don't get me wrong. I can't. I'm not romantic, but I've been romantic. You know what I mean? Like, so I ask who I need to ask. You know what I mean? I get information where I need to get information from to do it. But like me coming up. Yeah, me coming up with some romantic shit probably not happening that often. Okay. And honestly, I'm not talking about like the birthdays in the Valentine's Day or the Christmas type shit. I think that's cliche. I'm talking about like a random, you know what I mean? Like a date night, random general ass date night being romantic. That's not my thing. I would have to Google some shit, ask some people type shit. All right. So, but what I am good at is intimacy, and I'm not talking about sex. So like PDA. Kissing, hugging, groping, you know what I'm talking about? Like rubbing through. I'm a big rub through the hair person. That's why I like natural hair too. So like that's why I'm big on like your real hair because I'm a rub through the hair.
He's playing in it.
I play in hair. Like that's one of my things. So like clearly if it ain't your I can't do it as much. But yeah, so like
the tracks in the back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like yeah, so I'm a rub through the hair person, but I'm a kisser. So like if I like you, I'm kissing you wherever, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm also an ass grabber. I don't give a fuck that motherfucker mosquito bite big. I'm an ass grabber. Yeah, you know what
make her feel like she got a big old booty.
Exactly.
Little booties matter.
And when I say all that is because what I found, So what I found in my experiences in every woman that they've literally came later like, I don't mean like Kane, but like they've come back later and been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that did something to me, or that did something for me, or you like, or if I stop doing it, like, why you don't do that no more? Or why, you know what I'm saying? What made you stop doing it? Like, it's always been like a problem if I don't do it, or congratulate, or obvious thing that they liked that they may didn't even know they liked. Because I've been around a lot of women like you, Saj, that say like PDA ain't their thing. And I don't know if it's because of the audience. I'm big on audience. I don't give a fuck about gay. I would love to fuck in front of an audience.
Like I said, and I've been in long-term relationships, and even in my long-term relationships, was that something that like I was okay with. But she didn't really care about my boundaries. She's just like, nah, I'm about to kiss you right here, like right now, because that's just it.
Love it. And one other thing I think that nobody really does anymore, notes.
Oh, I love notes.
Because we do, text messages are essentially everyday notes, but now writing them bitches out. Notes. So like I used to do shit like that.
So I got a story about notes then.
That's romantic, Mr. I'm not romantic.
Agreed, I don't do this all the time. That's why I said, including myself, we don't do it enough.
I got a story.
Yeah, but notes, I do that type of shit.
It's not really on the good side of note shit, but it's a note.
It's on the toxic side, as usual, motherfucker.
Yeah. So it's a note. So me and my long-term ex and stuff, we broke up one time, and I thought I really lost her type shit, right? So I was like, man, yeah. So I was like, nah, I want her back. Fuck this shit, man. I got to do something like outside of me that she know that I really took time on, and my ass did some simp shit, but it was somebody I love. This is somebody I wanted, so I don't get
it. Ain't simp if you love her.
Okay, all right, it ain't simp. All right, cool.
It ain't simp if you love her. That's another good one.
That is.
It ain't simp if you love her. Real shit.
That's real. So my ass wrote a 4-page letter, handwritten. Yes, I did. You know, saying how much I loved her and shit like that, and I'm sorry. I know I'm not the man, but I'm trying.
Ain't nothing simp about it, my boy.
I did all that shit. And like,
for the ones you love.
And I went and hand delivered it to her house. We ain't talked in a while during that time. Like we ain't talked.
Hold on, hand to hand or in the mailbox or in the door?
Hand to hand, nigga. We ain't talked in like weeks at that time. Like weeks. I knew she didn't want to talk.
You got her back. Hey, look.
That would have got me back. That shit would have got me back.
I did.
I
did. So I
that
went,
shit would have got me back.
And I was so nervous. I was nervous as fuck. Like, man, fuck this, man. I done wrote this shit out. I'm gonna take it to her fucking door. I'm gonna hand this shit to her. And I drove an hour and a half all the way to her fucking door. Knocked on the door.
Hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was
hold on. Unannounced.
Unannounced. It could have been a nigga. Right.
That's
it could have been a nigga there. It could have been all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man. But in my head, I was like, I don't give a fuck if it's a nigga there. Because I loved it. I was like, I don't give a fuck if it's a nigga there. Now I'm getting my bitch back. Fuck.
Hey, this some shit out of a movie for real. This Lifetime, man, right now.
Real.
We just turned this bitch to Lifetime.
Goddamn right. I was like, I'm getting my bitch back. Fuck yeah. Fuck that. If it's a nigga there, this nigga go leave. Fuck this. He might have been mid-stroke. I don't give a fuck. This my bitch, nigga. This is my bitch.
Bro, love will.
So she came to the door and her face was like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like she gave me the full scowl. Like, the fuck are you doing?
Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. Like some money, like fanning some money, I would have showed her them all them letters. I would have showed her them goddamn. I would have fanned that shit like money.
Look. I was like, she opened the doors and gave me the look. I like, look, I know we ain't talked or whatever. I don't know how to express my words to you, so I wrote it all down and shit, and I just want you to read it. You contact me when you want to talk. Blah blah blah.
Hold on, you didn't even enter.
Didn't even enter. I was outside.
Oh yeah, you definitely, 100% got her back.
I handed her the letter. Got in my car.
Like drop the mic,
that was smooth.
and walk away.
I handed her the letter.
That was smoother than a hot comb on that.
I think I still got a copy of it actually. I think because I took a copy of it. I was like, yo,
shit.
So I handed it to her and I left. I drove an hour and a half right back.
Bro, that's some player
for 5 minutes. I did that shit. And I left. She contacted me like 2 days later. Was like, that was so sweet. I would never thought you would do no shit like that. Like I was really prepared to be like, this is over with, blah, 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 blah. And this is done. And I was
player.
And I was like, look, I love you, blah, 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 blah. and shit like that. And yeah, we got back together and it lasted for another few more years and shit like that until, you know,
Let's play
like,
a player
we
that boss.
really until we grew apart this time. The reason why we ain't together, like, we literally just grew apart. Like what she was focused on, what I'm focused on was two totally different things. And there's no animosity. It's just like we just don't talk. Like
and being in different cities, it made it probably
different cities and shit like
a softer kind of. Go ahead.
There you go.
Now I want to know, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done? Because Scooter, that's pretty damn romantic.
Oh,
I'm gonna put that on the list of romance. So what's the most romantic?
I got one. I can stop saying,
bro,
I can stop saying I ain't never did no romantic shit because I never thought of it like that. I always say like I ain't really did no.
That is 100. That's very romantic. Like very romantic. What about you, London?
Yeah. Why y'all doing that? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna read it. Hold on. Keep going.
All right, my boy. I done some shit for sure. What's the most romantic thing that I've done? So I'm big into writing my own cards.
Okay.
So, you know, like people get stuff for. He knew exactly what the fuck it was. Talking about I'm going to find it. You could have just said I'm going to get it, motherfucker.
Wow. He's like, I got proof.
Yeah, so most romantic thing I do, so I can't think of like, because it's hard when you on the spot, but like the most romantic thing I can think of right now, like I'm big on writing out like cards. So like, you know how you go to Hallmark and you motherfuckers be like, oh, that's the one. So I'm really good at picking those out, but I can write the shit out of those motherfuckers myself. So I've done a few of those cards, like Hallmark type cards, and I wrote a few out. You know what I'm saying? And also like done things like where, this was one thing that I did. So I'm a person that I was dating. A person that I was dating no longer had their sibling, right? Mm-hmm. So I literally like reached out to her family behind her back, all that type of stuff, and said, what were the things that they used to do together? What were the things that would make her remind her of her sibling, this and this and this and that? So I wrote all that out in the card, you know what I'm saying? And then I also bought her several trinkets. One thing was a Pandora charm that were, you know what I'm saying, that was reminded, it was like a ping pong paddle. They used to play, they learned how to play ping pong together. Pandora charm, and then like the other thing was like they had a favorite drink. It was a juicy juice drink. I forgot what the fuck it was. It wasn't a juicy juice, but it was a certain type of drink that they only, you know what I'm saying, when one get it, the other one mad if the other one don't get it type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got that. And the other thing was like something else. I forgot what it was. This was a while ago. And like, so I did all of this stuff, but the card was like bringing her to, when I say uncontrollable tears, and like, but it was good tears, you know what I'm saying? So like, because first and foremost, me, I hate people crying in front of me. But if I'm causing the crying, it's a positive cry, I can stand it. But I'm sitting there just like, ooh, I didn't want you to cry. Right? What the fuck? Like, do I come in and embrace? Do I just rub? Do I go in the hair? Because I could do that. I like that part. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but the reason why I asked,
romantic thing. No, my bad. That was probably one of the most romantic things.
The reason why I asked is because I saw this thing on Instagram today about like men receiving flowers, and I was like, how would y'all feel if Shorty showed up for you one day and like gave you flowers? Y'all went on a date and she brought you flowers, like, or you came to visit her one day and she brings you flowers. Like, how would you feel about that?
So for me, and the reason why I thought about this is because my homegirl on Facebook actually said she did that for her. Because she made it, she was like, y'all will be surprised, ladies, dudes like flowers too. And I was like, personally, it's not, I'm going to be thankful. No, so I'm not going to shit on your gift. I would never shit on somebody's gift.
Right. Especially when it's thoughtful.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's just not the person. I'm never going to shit on the gift. But I wouldn't know what to do with no flowers. Like, I mean, so, like, you know, it wouldn't do that. I would be like, oh, flowers, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie, I would probably make a face that's probably confusing. You know what I mean? Like, to be real, it would be reaction. You know? Yeah. So it wouldn't be like trying to disrespect it at all. I would just be like, for me, you know what I mean? I would try to make it funny maybe or some shit like that. But feeling wise, I'll be like, confused. Like, why did she get me flowers? I'm only showed up with flowers maybe twice out of my whole entire life. Once again, I ain't romantic, but you know what I'm saying? So like, And so the feeling wise, I would just kind of be confused because me, I ain't no plant dad, mom, brother, sister, whatever. So like, like just even putting them just in a vase with some water, it's probably gonna be the last time they get any type of care. I ain't gonna be chicken back. Like I'm just being 100, but like I just don't, you know what I mean? I just don't know.
Yeah. Same for me. Like, all right. So in general, I don't like gifts at all. That's not the love language.
You said that before. You said
that's not the love language that speaks to me. Now I might be scarred from that, as London said. I spoke on this before because I got sued before by somebody. She bought me a bunch of shit, and then she sued me for all that shit. So I might be like straight up sued me, like letter official. Got served walking out my house like, yo, yeah, I got sued for all the shit that she got me. So after that, I was like, that is not my love language. I don't want nothing from anybody. Don't give me shit. So I say that from the beginning to anybody I'm like dating or dealing with. I like, please, whatever you do, don't get me nothing. Please, like, don't, please. You can love me enough.
You got to get through that trauma, my boy. All right,
you got to get through that.
I know I do. Now, as far as me, for one more sweet thing before I read this letter and stuff.
You are not about to read that letter to us.
I am, man, because I don't even remember what I said, so I want to read it. I want to read some of it because I'll read some of it. I'll read some of it because I don't remember what I said. So
wait, hold on. I hate to, because we got 10 minutes left in the series today. How about I have an idea? I think we should make like a little reel, and you can put it on our Instagram story. So if y'all want to read the story that Scooter Boo wrote to his girl, I want you to put it on our IG.
I'll do that. All right.
Let's do that.
So, all right. So I remember about the flowers thing. I remember in college, I had a summer intern job. I stayed in Macon and stuff where I went to school at and stuff. And the girl I was dating, she stayed for the summer also. But I was driving like 45 minutes to this internship. And I noticed she loves the color yellow. So I noticed as I was driving like wild sunflowers one time. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna pull over on my way back and I'm gonna grab one of these sunflowers and I'm gonna give it to her and stuff. So I did it. I grabbed it, threw it in the back seat, drove all the way back, went to her, like, hey, I got you something while I was God, I thought about you, blah, blah, blah.
The bitch done died already, bro.
No, it's even worse. It would have been better if it would have died.
Were there bees in there?
Yes. That didn't come out while I was driving. And she allergic to that shit. So they didn't come out until I gave it to her. And it was like 4 of them. I was like, oh shit.
Yo.
They said, gotcha.
I was like, yo. And she's like freaking out because she got to get like an EpiPen and all that shit and she gets stung.
Oh, bro.
She goes berserk.
Trying to be romantic
goes wrong.
That is hilarious.
That shit
That's
popped
a new
out.
show.
All right, I'm gonna read one paragraph. Just one paragraph. I just want I have one paragraph. I read the rest of it on our reel. On a reel. Here we go. I'm gonna use my dramatic voice. Dear so-and-so, I honestly do not know how to start this letter. I just know what I need to tell you how I feel. First, I want to say that I still love you. I had to say that first in order for me to continue to write this letter. A text will not be personal enough for me to explain my heart and mind. Words cannot fully paint my feelings for you, but at some time I do not want to push you further away. I constantly think about you every day. I honestly been I don't know what the fuck that said. Since we departed, I have been beating myself up trying to figure out what I need to do to show you that I am willing to do whatever to make us work. When you said you needed some time and space, I did so reluctantly, hoping that the time away would help. Months have went by. Damn, months went by? Oh, okay. Months have went by, and I'm still praying that things will come together for us. Now I'm at the point that I really need to do more. But what I am struggling with is to communicate with you without driving you further away while still conveying my feelings.
Oh, Lord, you need to put the rest of that on the IG page because now the people want to know what else did Mr. Scooter Boo have to say and how.
Oh my God, boy, you got some shit out of Edgar Allan Poe, did it, boy? You got some rhymes.
Jesus. Lord. Okay.
With love and passion. That's how I ended it.
So
First, I want to tell you I love you because I wouldn't have been able to go with it.
I gotta get this off my chest. I love you, girl. In case you didn't know, I love you. I love you like a fat kid love cake. If nobody ever loved you before, I loved you. Okay.
I loved you. Okay. All right. If she ever see this podcast, she might be like, I remember this nigga did this shit.
This toxic ass nigga.
I love that, man.
I
love that to death. All right.
You gotta romance your people, and ladies, romance your men too. Men like to be romanced too. I think I can get pretty romantic when if I really like someone. So one of my boyfriends was very much so like an anime Japanese like fanatic, like really into that type of stuff, and he really liked sushi. And he had a thing for, like the whole anime shit. So, one day I decided, I was like, let me get into character. So I had a keys to his apartment. So one day I like got into his apartment. I bought a bunch of sushi that I knew he was going to like. And I laid out on his bed. And I don't know how the hell I managed to do all of this, but I became the plate. I was butt ass naked in his bed.
Hold on. You put all this sushi on yourself?
I had
to sway. How?
Look, I started at the feet and I worked my way up as I was like laying down. So that's how it worked.
I started at the feet, just kept going up. Like,
that's fucking impressive, y'all.
Now you are short though. You are short.
I don't care, bro, but still to be able to keep placing the motherfuckers as you
started at the
you essentially limboing.
Yep, basically it was one of these beds, and I'm like, I ain't gonna care.
That's dope. That's dope.
That is dope.
That's dope.
Butt ass naked. So by the time he gets home,
How long did it take?
Yeah. How long?
Nah, I timed it. I was like,
how long you sitting there with goddamn sushi ready there?
Probably like
just
5
there,
minutes.
Oh, you perfect. That was perfect.
That's perfect. If your ass is just sitting there for like
20 minutes,
an hour. When this nigga gonna come on?
I timed it. So the crazy thing is he had a studio apartment. So as soon as he opened the door, there goes my ass laid out with sushi everywhere. And he was like, this is not real. I was like, it is real. So I had the plate and everything laid out by the side of the bed. And he sat there and we talked about his day while he was eating sushi off of me. And then we got to business afterwards.
That's
dope. Yeah, I would have definitely ate the sushi off your pussy. Yeah. For sure. But like,
Okay,
but like
all the places. So I think that probably has to be the most romantic thing I ever did. I'm like, bitch, you gotta go back to doing shit.
I ain't gonna lie. So most of the women that I've dated have always been so like that's been one of the things that has helped me in my journey to becoming romantic. Because I ain't gonna lie, they know some nice, thoughtful ass shit, and I just be like, wow, like you know what I'm saying, like. How do I return this favor? You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be my problem. Like, damn, how do I reciprocate this shit? You know, mom, you up? Moms, you up?
That's crazy.
Oh man, today was great, man. Today's great. I got a hard stop, y'all, but so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But it was great, y'all. Remember, today's podcast was brought to you by 40s and Blunts.
Malt liquors. You mixing up our sponsors.
My bad, that's next week. I was reading too early. Brought to you by Malt Liquor. If you ever just want to have just a fucked up great time, go buy you some Malt Liquor. Billy D. Williams approved. Okay, remember that. I know my hair's slick right now, like Billy D and stuff right now. Cause I just got these fresh braids in and shit. So remember, it's brought to you by Malt Liquor. Want to have a bad time, but you want to have a good time at the same time? Go invest.
Malt Liquor.
Y'all got some church announcements before we go? Y'all got anything?
None of mine.
No. We got the all women show coming up soon, though, right?
Oh yeah.
So. It was supposed to be tonight. It was supposed to be tonight. We got some smoke coming. I got all the questions. We about to talk. Sit down. So ladies, please, because we're gonna have a little ladies talk.
Yeah, so send in y'all questions, man. Send in so Sasha can answer it, you know?
Yes, absolutely. So otherwise, shit, if y'all want to be a part of this show, y'all want to call in, y'all want to comment while we're on live. We do this live every week. Please do that. Also, keep on commenting, subscribing, sharing the content. More and more content gonna be coming. We're gonna be spicing up some stuff from the old episodes because y'all probably done forgot.
Yeah, we're gonna promote it a little bit more. Yeah,
y'all done forgot about our toxic ass talking about. But yeah, we got some shit. We got some content. We we 51 episodes in. Don't forget. Hey,
52. This is 52.
Hey, well, you know what I mean. We 51 in, so like 52 right here. So you know what I mean. So like, let's do it. And yeah, please keep on showing and love people. We love it. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk
be
to
on
us,
the
we
lookout.
talk back.
Be on the lookout too, guys, for our fans and everything, and the people that's watching family. I'm gonna say family, for our family and stuff. We're gonna have just the audio stuff coming out soon. I figured it out, guys. So it'll be on the Spotify's, just the audio, the Apple and stuff. I gotta tell y'all about that. So
and we need to figure out IG Live too still.
Yeah. So anyway, some of the stuff here may be true, like this letter. Some of it may not be true. You know what? I think it's something I'm gonna continue to do. Like, I am gonna do the Instagram post, but like every episode, I'm gonna read a little bit more of this letter on there because I'm interested in more shit that I said. I don't know everything I said now.
Hey, we can make it's a weekly series at this point.
Right. We got at least 4 weeks worth.
Oh God.
Hey man, I was coming with it. Okay, look, I was.
Hey, that first paragraph, motherfucker, Edgar Allan Poe.
What? I'm a linguist, a kind of linguist. Hey,
kind of linguist.
You stealing my shit?
Yes. Anyway, man, we here every Sunday, man. Like, subscribe, share, comment. You know, go ahead, fuck with us, YouTube and everything. I said, be on the lookout for the on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that other shit. It'll be out there, guys, and shit like that. Yeah, that's it, man. So some of the things you hear may be true, some of the things may not be true, but that's for you to decide. We are out of here. See y'all next Sunday. Peace.
All right, appreciate.